What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Tesla with the ticker symbol TSLA. Remember that if you want a chart analysis guaranteed to be done, please read the description below. Before we begin, please take a second to give the video a like and subscribe for more chart analysis. I appreciate all those who are already subscribed and liked my videos. Just a reminder that this video is for entertainment purposes only, does not constitute any financial advice. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So Tesla has been selling off just like any other tech stock. You can see it made this all-time high back here in early November, and after that price sold off and been going sideways since then, except now we are breaking down lower. Let me show you guys the sideways action first. So this is the range that Tesla was respecting, and if I drag it up, it fits the price action pretty good. It's going to make this yellow. So this was the yellow sideways action, or excuse me, this was the sideways action that we were seeing inside this yellow range. There's a failed breakout right here, which led to a little failed breakout here. So this tells the story very well. We did get a triple top before reversing down, and now we are seeing the downtrend in play. So this is the trend working lower. This fits the price action pretty good as well, and we do have a few touches on the top side and the support side. So recently we have seen a failed a breakout side of this green downtrend channel, and then prices went inside of a congestion, and a congestion is just a smaller range on a smaller if I were to go on a smaller time frame, you would see that this green little congestion would be this big yellow range. So this is just a congestion, and we did get a failed break. We got a break outside of this green downtrend channel. Let's go and make the congestion orange. So on Friday there was a breakout of this congestion, so they came back down to fill in this gap right here that was created. It's still not completely filled, but they tried to, and buyers bought it up just a little bit, but we still closed outside of it. So is this the bottom? Are we going to see higher prices? Well, I don't think so. Normally when we're in a trend and we get a break outside of the trend, we usually go back down to retest the previous extreme. So in this case, this is a downtrend. We had a break outside of the trend. So I'm expecting prices to go back down and enter the 790 level one more time. So price action did come back to test this breakout right here. We did get a test of that, which is good. If we get a double test, that's even better. That might be very bullish. So I think Tesla wants to come down lower. It just looks like it. It looks like it wants to drop down. I'm not saying we might get a double bottom and reverse. I'm just assuming that we're going to come down to retest these lows, and there's even a possibility to exceed it, especially since there's some measure moves that are telling me that the target could be lower. So normally when we break outside of a range and it's successful, meaning like that we continue lower, you usually make a measured move of the size of the range, and in this case it would be right at the $700 level. Let's put a horizontal line right there. So the target that potentially can be reached is right at the $700 level. Now there's this other measure move in play. You can see that this would be the first leg down, and since the market moves in twos, we had a correction up, and if we resume the downtrend, we can make a leg just as big as the first one, and then this target is much lower, and I doubt we can reach it, but it's definitely a possibility. It's right at the 538 level. So if this market gets very bearish, then Tesla is also going to feel the effects of the bearish sentiment across the market, and we might even overshoot this range target and enter the measured move target. Well, they're both measured moves, but the measured move of the trend. So let's look out first for this first target to be reached, and if we continue lower, then this is probably the other target that Tesla wants to drop to. So I'm still expecting prices to come back down and retest this previous low, and most likely even exceed it. So I don't think Tesla is going to continue higher for a while, maybe a few weeks to a couple of months. I think the bears are still in play. You can see that the EMA is acting as overhead resistance and is starting to curl down. Before it was kind of sideways and flat, now it's kind of starting to point down. So this could be a new downtrend for Tesla. Let me zoom out on the chart. So since we had a little breakout of this congestion, maybe Monday we open green to come back to test the breakout and then continue lower. So we don't have to test it. We could just continue lower, but I think Monday might be green, maybe even Tuesday to test this breakout and then continue lower. Now, is there a possibility that Tesla just reverses from here? There's a small possibility, just like we had over here. Let me go and put an arrow. You can see that this breakout right here is kind of similar to this one, just on a bigger scale. We had this red candlestick bar. So we might see just a little bit of sideways action before seeing a rocket up. So we could see maybe something like a little sideways action right here and then a push up. So that's a possibility. So I'm not gonna say that's wrong, but I'm leaning more to the downside because I think there's more reasons on the chart for price to continue lower than do this move right here. So show you guys one more thing on the weekly chart. So like I said, on the daily chart, I'm bearish as of right now for Tesla. If I'm wrong, then that's good for the longs, but as of right now, I'm sticking with the bears. Looks like they're in control. So this is the major uptrend that Tesla was inside of since the crash of 2020. A very nice fitting channel. You can see that it holds the prices very well. We did come off the higher side of the channel, and normally when we do that, we go to the lower side, and then we did come to the lower side and get a couple bounces, but this looks more bearish than last time. So when we're at the higher side last time, price action came to the lower side, and then it got below the EMA, but then we slowly started to trend back up. You can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit closer. You can see that we did get below the EMA with this red candle right here, but then we had green candles the following weeks, and then it just led to a massive rally. Over here, we got below the EMA with the red candle, we got a green one, but then we got another big red candle, and it looks like it's getting rejected by the EMA. So this looks like a different pattern that's playing out than before. So that's why I'm still leaning towards lower prices, because normally when we come to the lower side of the channel, it would push prices to the higher side. But that's not going to happen every time, because we did get it several times before. So eventually we're going to get a breakout side of this orange uptrend channel. So I think now it's now or never for the market to do stuff like this, where there's a lot of bearish sentiment. So I think they want to break the channel. This would be a good opportunity for them to do that. Let me show you guys the range that Tesla was inside of previously. So we could come back and test the top side of this range, which is at the 725 level. So I'm going to make this green. Or we can even reach the lower side of this channel or this range. But first, let's take it day by day. Let's look at the first target, which is right at that 733 level. I think on the daily chart, I had the $700 level. So right between the $700 and the $733 level is where I think prices are trying to pull back to. They might do something like this before we see higher prices. So I'm still bullish for Tesla in the long term, as long as nothing drastically changes. You can see that the measure move target was right at the 1352 level, so we didn't reach it. If we don't reach it, normally that leads to a reversal on the downside, so we don't even have to come back to this target or even reach it. Excuse me. This could just be a bearish sign, depending how you look at it, that we didn't reach the target, we came a short, so that means the bull trend is weak. But I'm still leaning towards this target being reached, especially if we do get a break outside this channel. Normally we don't just reverse, we usually go back up to retest the high. So we'll have to wait to see how that pattern plays out, but I think Tesla wants to come back a little bit more lower before buyers step in. So it looks like there's probably going to be a lot of buyers at this level, and that's probably where it will catapult prices higher. So as right now, I'm leaning towards the low $700 level. And then from there, we'll have to see if Tesla finds its footing and then continues higher. So that's all I have for Tesla. Thank you for stopping by and checking out my video. Make sure to check out the rest of the channel, since you might be surprised at what you can learn. Leave a comment down below on where you think prices are headed. Also share the video if you want your friends to learn about the markets. Lastly, I appreciate any feedback to help improve the channel, since I want to deliver great content to you guys. See you next time, and bye.